Secretary of State pledges to protect all votes after revealing some people voted twice in the state's most recent elections.
Those that make the choice to game the system are breaking the law. And as Secretary of State, I will not tolerate it.
This happened months after Raffensperger, the Secretary of State, formed the absentee ballot fraud task force. And that group's mission: investigate mismatched voter signatures, multiple voters at the same address, and voters who use non-residential addresses.
CBS 46's Ashley Thompson live tonight explaining how Raffensperger plans to make sure, Ashley, the system works properly in November, even as his office faces criticism.
Sean, right now we are less than 2 months from the big election, and the Secretary of State says 50% of Georgians will vote by absentee. He is trying to make sure nobody votes twice. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says 1,000 Georgians voted twice in the June primary, and he believes they did so intentionally.
The voters knew what they were doing.
He says the double votes spanned over 100 counties.
We had 150,000 voters that applied for an absentee vote and then showed up on election day to have that vote canceled. There are 1,000 people of that 150,000 that actually double voted.
Raffensperger did not provide any evidence to back up his claim that all of the double votes were intentional.
We know one person was bragging about it down in Long County, and we'll be investigating all 1,000, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
Double voting was not top of mind for the voters we spoke with today, some of whom had trouble voting just once in the 5th Congressional District special election.
In the system, it said we had already voted. And today is the first day of early voting, so how have we already voted?
Let the Secretary of State know. We tired of this crap. We don't want to see this crap in November.
While Raffensperger warns of double voting in November, his own data shows it's pretty rare. 1,000 cases of double voting in the June primary out of 1.5 million ballots cast.
Every double voter.
Raffensperger's office already under scrutiny for election integrity, and a recent ACLU commission study found that almost 200,000 Georgia voters were improperly purged from voter rolls.
Those that make the choice to game the system.
In a statement, the Georgia Democratic Party responded to the Secretary of State's press conference, saying in part, quote, "It is clear that rather than do his job of promoting the safety and security of our voting process, the Secretary of State is instead pushing the GOP's voting conspiracy theories and disinformation as he fights in court to make voting by mail less accessible to voters." Now, if you request an absentee ballot, then you decide you want to go to the polls and vote in person, make sure you bring that ballot with you. The county should cancel it out. Live in Atlanta, I'm Ashley Thompson, CBS 46 News.